Yeah, and sorry for hogging the mic a little bit with this stuff, but it's just a lot of stuff from recent times kind of come to the top of my mind. I think that where you have one-click DEX aggregation, I think is kind of a slept-on feature because if so, for example, I know that Thorchain and the Maya protocol, at least they're experimenting with or considering launching soon. I guess aggregated swaps to where you could, like right now, when you want to swap, you send the way it works at the protocol level, right? You send a memo into the pools that says, I want to swap this thing for this to this address, etc. And so then sometimes you have different chains supported by Thorchain, different ones by the Maya protocol, and to go between an asset on that's only supported by one on another, you'd have to do a two swap kind of thing. Swap, let's say Litecoin for Rune, and then on Thorchain, and then Rune for Dash on the Maya protocol, for example. And they're working on getting it to where the information to perform the second swap is included in the first swap. So all you have to do is click the button once, and it goes swap and then swap. And something like that, as I alluded to earlier, is already being used with the INLEO social network because they have to bridge across to the Hive blockchain ecosystem. I don't know if any of the OGs remember Steem, but Hive is the surviving fork of Steem. And so, for example, when you go to sign up for a premium subscription, you're at the end of the day, you're paying with Hive dollars. But the process is, let's say you take Dash and you want to pay, the Dash gets swapped for the Leo token, their native token on Arbitrum, which then gets bridged to the Leo token on the Hive blockchain, which then gets swapped for the Hive dollars to pay the subscription. But as I just tested out, and if you scroll back on my X feed, you'll see I did a post about it. You just literally hit buy premium, and then it sends the Dash, and then just wait a few minutes, and then boom, it goes through. And even it goes through like four different tokens across a few different chains and dexes, but it just works. And so at the end of the day, if you can chain that whole thing together while avoid, because a lot of times when people are trying to get from one thing to another, it's the interim steps that get them hung up. Is the interim steps of like, well, why do I have this token now? And now I have to have a gas token for this thing. But if you could just chain the whole thing together, where you just have your initial token and its gas fee, and then you swap, and then it just ends up as the thing you wanted. I think that abstracts away almost the vast majority of a lot of these kind of cross chain user experience problems. So just the one click chained gas fees accounted for, etc. Um, uh, Experience, I think, is the one thing that we're starting to see in practice that's really going to change.